danger.
Much like Woodward Avenue, the Maccabees building has transformed alongside the historical events that took place within Detroit throughout the 20th century. Designed in the Art Deco style by Albert Kahn, the Maccabees was constructed in 1927 and listed to the National Register of Historic Places in 1983. The building's namesake comes from the fraternal organization Knights of the Maccabees, which later turned into the Royal Maccabees Insurance Company. The building served as the headquarters for WXYZ Radio until 1959, best known for its nationally recognized programs The Lone Ranger and The Green Hornet. The Maccabees served as the headquarters for Detroit Public Schools from the 1960s to 2000. Since 1966, the number of students in Detroit's public school system has plummeted from over 300,000 to just 47,000. According to an independent report by Loveland Technologies, almost 200 Detroit public schools have closed in the last 15 years, as students move to charter schools and suburban school districts. Today, the outstanding debts of the Detroit public school system total over $3 billion. The Maccabees building literally and figuratively contains what Jeff Rice refers to as the continuing topos of education's demise within Detroit. A Choric reading of the Maccabees recognizes that the story of education in Detroit is not singular, nor is it tied to a particular place, person, or event. Rather, it is multiple and overlapping, shaped by a wide array of social, political, and economic forces. Conceptualizing the narrative of Detroit's educational history requires a networked logic, one that rejects the simplistic binary of success versus failure. Rice uses the overlapping, complex histories embedded within the Maccabees building as a, quote, metaphor for rethinking the relationships between space and technology, rhetoric, and networks. In doing so, he hopes to explore alternative logics of Detroit's future, ones not tied solely to economic development and investment. He writes, Detroit is populated by ruins, racial division, and undeveloped zones. These familiar maps confirm what we know about investment and despair. They do little to change how one imagines space in the age of the network. They do little to alter the interface the city operates within. Instead, they reinforce a print-based model of mapping dependent on referentiality, money equates renewal, and causality, investment will lead to salvation, or even spirituality, we have to believe in the future. By tracing the material rhetoric of Detroit as a choric rather than topoi-driven space, we can begin to conceptualize alternative histories and futures for Detroit that move beyond the narrow framework of a town perpetually on the rise.